5 places on this earth defy the rules of nature, history, and reason. From stone sentinels to a crater of eternal fire, each guards a mystery science still cannot explain. Our journey begins on the loneliest island in the Pacific. Number 1. Easter Island rises from the Pacific as a riddle carved in stone. On this isolated patch of volcanic earth, just 163 square kilometers in size, nearly 1,000 moai stand, silent, watchful, and impossibly massive. The largest, Paro, towers 9.9 meters and weighs 82 tons, dwarfing the island's barren hills. Rano Raraku Quarry, scarred with unfinished giants, reveals a production scale that strains belief. A landscape mapped by LiDAR, each pit a testament to ambition. How these colossal figures crossed the island's depleted grasslands is no less astonishing. In 2017, a team rocked a 2-ton replica upright across sand, proving that the statues could walk with nothing but rope and rhythm. Yet the price of monumentality was severe. Forests once cloaked 90% of the island. By the late 17th century, only 6% remained, as pollen records bear witness. Today, the moai endure, battered by wind and salt, their presence both a warning and a promise. As Rapa Nui carver Benedicto Tuki says, the moai are the voices of our ancestors. They remind us to keep the land alive and to speak for the future generations. In second place, the Nazca Lines stretch across the arid plains of southern Peru, an enigma inscribed on the desert floor, designed for eyes that could never witness them from the ground. Here, the hummingbird unfurls its wings for nearly 300 meters, just one of hundreds of immense geoglyphs that lace the landscape in patterns only visible from the air. Altogether, these lines and shapes extend for nearly 1,800 kilometers, each shallow trench scraped just 1/10 of a meter deep, their forms undetectable at eye level. Radiocarbon dating places their creation between 500 BC and 500 AD. An era long before flight, yet the builders worked with a purpose that transcended ordinary vision. Scholars like Paul Kosak and Johann Reinhard see ritual pathways, channels for water ceremonies, while Maria Reike, who mapped the lines by lantern light, believed in a celestial calendar etched into the earth. Sensational tales of alien runways have faded, replaced by careful surveys that reveal a terrestrial logic, but the paradox persists. A message written for the sky, vulnerable now to tire tracks and grazing animals. As Reike once warned, the lines are fragile, they can vanish in a single careless moment. The Nazca Desert holds its secrets, drawing the gaze upward, daring us to read what was never meant for human eyes on the ground. Third on our list, Machu Picchu emerges from the Andean mist, a stone city suspended on a knife-edge ridge, 2,430 meters above the Urubamba River. At first light, the terraces descend in measured steps, each platform anchored to the mountain with cut-and-fill retaining walls. Beneath the grass, a hidden lattice of drainage tunnels and water channels works in silence, guiding torrents of rain away from the ancient stones. The Inca masons set ashlar blocks so precisely that joints vanish to the eye, less than 1/10 of a millimeter separating stone from stone. Some blocks tip the scales at 50 tons, yet the walls flex and settle with each tremor, outlasting centuries of earthquakes and frost. Photogrammetry has revealed a city not only of temples and plazas, but of engineered voids, subterranean galleries that stabilize the slope, preserving the city's delicate balance. The Quechua caretakers speak of Machu Picchu as a living ancestor, where the earth's breath and the ancestors' voices mingle in the morning fog. But this sanctuary faces a new challenge. Nearly 2 million visitors each year press the terraces with their footsteps, their presence threatening to wear away what time and weather have spared. The Ministry of Culture now limits daily entries to 2,500, a fragile compromise between wonder and survival. Here, on a seismic ridge where stone and sky meet, the impossible persists, proof that human ingenuity can carve order from chaos, if only for a moment. On June 30th, 1908, the Siberian forest was transformed in seconds by a fireball that exploded 5 to 10 kilometers above the ground. The blast, equal to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT, flattened 2,000 to 150 square kilometers, an area larger than many cities, yet left no crater. 80 million trees fell outward in a radial pattern, their trunks forming the haunting butterfly shape first photographed by Leonid Kulik in the 1920s. Tree rings from the zone reveal a sudden burst of growth, evidence of the shockwave's impact on the surviving forest. Modern seismic data and shockwave modeling, including Mark Boslow's work, confirm the explosion's altitude and energy. No fragments have ever been found, only the silent scar and the slow regrowth of 30% of the canopy over the past century. Today, the Russian Academy of Sciences protects this blast zone as a natural reminder of cosmic power unleashed above the Earth. And finally, in fifth place, the Darvaza door to hell burns at the edge of reason, a human error made eternal by fire. In 1971, Soviet engineers searching for gas struck a hidden cavern beneath the Karakum Desert. The Earth collapsed, swallowing their drill, and methane surged from the wound. Hoping to prevent a poisonous cloud, they set the gas alight, expecting the flame to die in days. Yet the inferno never faded. Today, the crater yawns 70 meters wide and 30 meters deep, its heart radiating 600 degrees Celsius, devouring nearly 1/10 of a kilogram of methane every second. Satellite thermal maps register a constant 1 megawatt of heat, a miniature sun blazing through the desert night. Ivan Gusev, the chief engineer, left a memo that said they would light it and leave it, and that the world would watch the fire. 50 years later, tourists gather at the rim, drawn by the spectacle, while Turkmen officials debate whether to seal the vent or let the legend burn on. The door to hell stands as a warning, an accidental monument to the consequences of ambition and the uneasy spectacle of a man-made abyss that refuses to close. Across all 5 places, one truth endures. The world harbors enigmas that mock logic and scale. Their impossible presence reminds us that Earth will always outpace our understanding. What haunts us is wonder,